Hi, I'm Juliet.
Hi, I'm Celia.
Hi, I'm Fern.
And we're the Big Moon, and we're doing Records in My Life for northerntransmissions.com.
Okay, give us a record now, each of you, that inspired you, like, to start playing music, like singing or playing an instrument, one that really got you and said, I really want to play.
Ooh. When I was like 14 or 15, I got my first ever job in a library, and I used to steal all the CDs that you were meant to just borrow. But I was badass. I stole from the library that I worked in. And one of the things that I took was a singles album by The Clash that I used to listen to a lot. And I've only just realized that I was really obsessively listening to it. Like, I was getting the tram to Croydon and just listening to it every day on my way in and my way out. And yeah, I don't know I think it was just called The Singles, but it just had all the hits on. It was great. And like, there was one song on it called Hitsville UK, which I really hated, but all the others were amazing.
I was going to say, if you're going to steal a record when you're younger, it's not such a bad record to steal. It's The Clash have good songs, right? There is some credibility because it fits. It's a rebellion.
Yeah, they'd be proud of you. They'd be proud of you.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh, definitely.
Joe Strummer's smiling probably down.
Yeah.
He knows that story.
He's blessing it.
But also around that time, my big sister again, she's like my idol. Her really cool boyfriend lent me a pile of Pixies CDs that I started listening to, and just got really into guitar music suddenly, because before that I was just listening to lots of really bad pop and didn't really know that guitar music existed. And then I was like, yeah, I want a guitar now.
I think the Pixies were actually bigger in the UK than they were in North America. Like, honestly, They were like right at a period, their peak, I think, was probably like Bossa Nova or Surfer Rosa or one of those. They were like massive stars, right, on the cover of NME and like stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's before our time, really.
Yeah.
But
also, when we crossed the border today into Canada, the guy said, because he asked us, like, like all the questions, like, are you in a band? Like, what do you do? And we said, we're in a band. Like, why are you coming playing a gig? He said, oh, what kind of band are you in? Like, who's, like, an artist that inspired you? And we just were like, like the Pixies. And he was like, I had Frank Black, like, drive through here, like, recently. And, like, Joe threw in his Cadillac.
That's right. He does. He drives a
yeah. And then,
so
and then the guy had tickets to their show, like the show that they were playing in Vancouver. And he'd, like, obviously told Frank Black, I was about to call him Frank as if we're on first name terms.
Frankie.
Told Frank, I don't know, it's kind of how close we are, that he was going. And so when he went, like, the security car came over and, like, tapped, like, him and his wife on the shoulder and took them backstage, and he got to hang out with the Pixies all night. And we were like, that's so cool.
So
like,
cool.
What a story to have when you're cool. And he was like, yeah, go on through.
do you remember what was the first thing you ever played on the drums?
I remember
The first song that you learned how to play by someone else.
Yeah, there was this band called Hoobastank, and it's called The Reason.
They actually made it in the UK as well. They made it hit.
That one song. Yeah.
That's incredible.
What a tune.
It was the riff from that Feeder song that goes, and I would play it, like, very out of time on all the thin strings on an acoustic guitar. It sounded terrible.
That's a good song to start. That's a great song to kick off with.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
It's a good riff. Yeah.
Good riff.
Yeah.
If it sticks in your head, it sticks in your head for a reason. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good...
Like a pickaxe.
What was yours?
On guitar, which I don't really play, but I tried to when I was little. It was Things I'll Never Say by Avril Lavigne, an album track. And on the bass, it was Here Comes Your Man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, tell us about a record we should be listening to.
I've recently been listening to You Want It Darker by Leonard Cohen. Because he has sadly just died. And I actually, about a week before he died, I read an interview with him. I hadn't thought about him for a long time. And I read an interview with him where he was saying, oh, I'm ready to die. I think I'm done. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'm very happy about it. And he was like, I'm working on a new album, but if I don't finish it, that's fine. And I was just really amazed at how cool he was about it.
Because Marianne, who, as in So Long Marianne, died recently, and he wrote her that letter, and she got read it just before she died, and he was like, it kind of said in it like, don't worry, I'm not far behind, kind of thing. It was really like,
yeah. And the album is just amazing. Have you listened to it?
You know, once again, the show's not about me, but I am going to listen because someone today like scolded me for not listening.
Yeah, well, find like a place, a nice private place, because I made the mistake of listening to it for the first time on the plane on the way here, and I only got up to track 6 because it was just making me cry.
What's the name of the record you're touring on?
It's called Love in the Fourth Dimension. We haven't released it yet. It's coming out on the 7th of April.
And thank you so much for coming on to the show.
no, thanks for having us.
Is there any final words you'd like to say to the World Wide Webs?
Listen to our songs. I think you'd like them.
If you like what you saw, check out more episodes and subscribe.